Hello and welcome to a new episode How to learn JavaScript from beginner to advanced. Today we will try to make another tutorial. This time I would like to make a tutorial with the title How to think about writing a function in JavaScript. This is a difficult part because in programming uh, the difficult part is how to think a function, how to think to write a function, because the syntax, you will learn the syntax, you will learn the other methods, other function, the role of this, but how to think, how to write a function in JavaScript. Okay, in this episode, I will write an if-else function from 0, and I will divide this function on steps, in steps for a good understanding. Okay, let's see. In when you want, let's suppose that you want to create a function, an if-else function, but you know syntax: if condition, if is true, execute this part, else if is false, execute the other part. No, okay, but let's analyze a function, have a define, we define function. No, we put in that part we put the statements, and after this we call the function. Okay, if you need parameter, we put parameter. If you don't need parameter, you don't put parameter. Okay, but our our goal in this tutorial is to see how to think writing a function in JavaScript. Okay, firstly, in first step, you should to define the problem clearly. Define the problem clearly. You should to think about what you want the function to do, and should to ask yourself, what input do I need, or inputs. Okay, what inputs. After, you should to ask, what decisions do I have to make. Decisions. What should to put in these statements? What outputs do I expect? What outputs? The input refer to the data your function will process. Inputs are typically provided as parameter. You can put parameters this input. Or suppose you want a function that check if a person is old enough to vote. Okay, but let's create this function. Function can vote, and I put here a parameter age. No, now I know about my function that I have a function with the name can vote, and I put here a parameter because this is the input. I have this input, and now should to think how, what should to write in this statement. What decision do I have to make? I should to use an if else statement condition now. Okay, but what to write in this if else condition? What condition should be checked? Okay, what happen if the condition is true? What happen if the condition is false? Should to think these scenarios, no? Okay, let's put here so comment. I don't know. If person is greater or equal to 18, happen this. Okay, else happen this. I think in my mind this scenario, and should to write this like a code, because I have here a pseudo code, I have here just some text. Now should to, after I think this I thought this if else function should to write like a code, and for this it's okay if you know the syntax, no? Okay, I have this input age, decision, these are my decision, outputs. The output is what the function return or print based on these decisions. If person is greater or equal to 18, output you can vote. Else output you cannot vote yet. Okay, let's do a summary. Firstly, define the problem. You should to know what is the problem, because you should to solve a problem, and for this problem you have a function. After, you should to think what input I need or what inputs, and put parameters, what decisions, what should to write in my statements, and what outputs I need for this function. Now it's time to writing the function using if else. We have the logic clear because I have this, I have input this, and I have output this string. And now just to should to translate it in JavaScript code, no? Translate this text in JavaScript code, and if you know syntax, it's simple. You put an if else. If age greater or equal with 18, return an output. This is output you can vote. Else, if is false, no. If is false and the person have under 18, we'll execute this part of code, return another string now. You cannot vote yet. You cannot vote yet. Here we use if to check the condition age is greater than 18. If it's true, this part of code will be run, and if it's else, this part of code will run. Now we have the last part to ensure to test this function with diverse values. When we call the function, we put diverse value, and we have, for example, can vote. Let me to I have here another name. You can vote, you cannot vote, you can vote. You can vote, I have 20, it's okay. You cannot because it's under 18, and you can because it's equal here. Okay, let me to make a summary for this tutorial. Summary of the thought process. Firstly, define the problem. What does the function need to do? Choose the input. Choose the outputs. After this, plan the logic. What conditions and check are needed? Write the function. Use if else, implement the logic, translate the text in the JavaScript code. And after this, just call the function, test the function for different cases. Finally, if you want, you can optimize the function to simplify the code where is possible. This is all for today. I hope you understand how to think a function in JavaScript with this if-else case. Have a nice day. Don't forget to practice in each day, because just in this way you can grow and you can enhance your ability for writing code. All the best, and keep going on.